Hot Girl Summer workout number 2. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna focus on the whole backside, okay? And I've got my 35 pounder, my 20 pounder, and a 10 pounder. You wanna work as heavy as you possibly can when you're doing high intensity interval training, because it's such a short amount of time. You wanna give it all you got so that you can burn as much fat and preserve as much muscle as possible. So we're gonna be doing this for 12 minutes. That's putting us at 3 rounds. The kickstand deadlift means that you have 1 foot up, so the heel is lifted and it's a little bit behind you. That way you can really focus on just one butt cheek. So how you're gonna set this up to do it properly, to hit this area back here on the side, is that you're gonna have your dumbbell. This is a 35 pounder. You wanna pick something heavy because this is a big muscle group, but make sure it's okay on your back. So when you set yourself up for the kickstand, whatever side of your body that your dumbbell is in, that leg is gonna go backward and the heel is going to be lifted. Now what I want you to do is I want you to look at the space between your 2 feet and draw a diagonal line. Because what's gonna happen when you hinge at the hip to push your butt backward, I want you to angle your body so that your dumbbell is kind of diagonal with your toes and then come up and face forward. So this slight rotation is gonna allow you to get to the backside side of the butt and hamstring. So what it looks like on the leg closest to the camera, so I'm straight on when I'm at the top of the movement, and then to hit this side part of the butt cheek, when I go down into my hip hinge, I wanna see that my dumbbell is on a diagonal with my toes, and I come back up to face forward. That's gonna get us right here in that little side pocket of your butt cheek. And you really wanna feel how much you're gonna hinge your hips back, because that's what's gonna get you into the glute hamstring tie-in. So we're gonna do 30 seconds of those, 30 seconds off, switch legs. Then we're gonna go into another asymmetrical movement. Whenever we do something that is one side at a time, it allows us to work our core, because our core has to engage so we don't fall over. So the second exercise that we're gonna do today, we're only doing 2, is we're gonna have that kickstand position again, and the leg, the same side dumbbell, hand is the same side leg that goes back. We're gonna go down into a hip hinge, and then we're gonna row. So here for your row, we're gonna be here for 30 seconds of work, 30 seconds of rest, and then we'll switch sides again. So those are the 2 exercises that we're gonna be doing. 30 seconds of work, 30 seconds of rest, and then after this, I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about the deprivation to indulgence scale to help you with your eating. So let's get ready. I'm gonna put the timer down and pick up my dumbbell as fast as I can. All right. So remember what we said. As we go down into that hip hinge, we're gonna rotate so we get that side pocket of the upper hamstring and glute. Just a little rotation. You wanna have a flat back, and you wanna see how much you can push your hips backward. So that way you're really in a hip hinge, you're not doing a squat. And relax already. We got 30 seconds off. We're gonna go again for another 30. So when you're doing this stuff, you also wanna think positive thoughts, believe it or not. The fancy word for it is positive neuro chunking. So when you go to exercise or you think about exercising, your brain automatically starts to get excited before you even go to your workout. All right, let's go. So we got the hip hinge, nice flat back, slight rotation, really pushing your hip backward and getting the dumbbell to be diagonal with your toes. Yeah, so we get right here. So good. Keep your abs nice and tight. Try to put all the work into the leg that has the flat foot, not the one with the heel lifted. All right, we got 30 seconds off already. Next exercises are going to be the row. And my heart rate's not up too much, so I may actually do a 2-arm row. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my other dumbbell. Woo! Here it is. So you can do a single arm dumbbell row, or you can go down and do both at the same time. We want to have our heart rate up. So I kind of wasn't feeling like those deadlifts were doing much for me. So I'm improvising from what I said was going to happen. This is better. Really sit back into your heels. Keep your chest lifted even though you're bent over. That was 30 seconds. All right, that was better. Oh, that was more work. That was better. We're working this whole area right there. Yes. We're going back to the kickstand. I'm feeling good about this. My heart rate's up now. All right. So remember, we're gonna have that diagonal. So I'm really pushing my left butt cheek out to the side so my dumbbell can come down diagonal with my toes on each of my feet. So I got that little bit of twist so I can really get into that side pocket of the bottom of your butt cheek. So we're getting nice and strong in our core and the back of the leg, and we're working some aesthetic. Whew. Awesome, that was 30 seconds already. So good. 20 seconds to rest. I got some like good angles for screenshots, huh? It's good. I feel like when we have come from a place of not liking ourselves or not liking our body, get ready. Let's go. Stand up with it. Now remember, sit back on that diagonal. Really push that corner of your butt cheek out to the side. Come up and face forward in between each one. Really find that diagonal on the way down. Yes. So good. 10 more seconds. Oh, perfect. We are so awesome. Last one. Get down there. So as I was saying, I'm a big believer that we should enjoy our body. When we see it, we should gratify it. When we see it in the mirror, when we see it on the camera, we should be so happy with it because it's a manifestation of our thoughts and our feelings. And it's a reflection of how we feel about ourselves. So if you talk shit to yourself every time you see your body, not good. You're like messing with the laws of the universe. All right, yes. I think on the last rounds, I'm gonna go back to the single arm deadlift because these are getting me now. This is what I wanted. You wanna work as hard as you can for as long as you can so that you really challenge yourself in that short interval of time and get the most out of your workout. Oh man, this is like all here. These sexy, sexy, sexy back muscles. This is what we're hitting. I call them the train track muscles. You should feel like stiff cords going up your spine. It's so good. We want to have a nice, healthy, strong spine. So here we go. I'm going to push. Ooh, I'm done. Yes, I'm done with that 35 pounder. Sitting back into the hinge, coming up facing forward. Really find that back diagonal and come up. Oh my gosh. Woo! They are on fire. This is so exciting. You want to know why? Whew. 20 seconds off already. Because if you have to sit for a long time at your desk and you don't have a strong back, those train track muscles, the slouching is going to affect your breathing. It's going to affect your focus because your oxygen getting to your brain. It's going to affect all of the vertebra above that part that's slouching. So we're getting nice and strong in those erectors. So good for us. So we find that kickstand, really reach the hip back on that diagonal so we feel it in that bottom of the butt cheek. Come up. Yes. We are awesome. We're already halfway through this interval. It's so easy. I tell myself all the time, it's so easy. It's so easy. Yes. In 3, 2, and relax. 30 seconds off. Whew. We are incredible. So when it's time for the row, I'm going to do a single arm row because I'm pretty tired. And then I'm just going to do a regular deadlift, I think, because I kind of messed stuff up with a 1 side at a time exercise and a 2 side at a time with the row. So I'm just going to bend over into that row position and go for 30 seconds right here. Really squeezing my back. So your lat attaches, the latissimus dorsi attaches at the back of the shoulder, at your arm. It goes across your shoulder blade and down to your waist. So I really visualize that triangle shape stretching and then pulling back towards my spine. Yeah, 30 seconds off. So I really feel the function of the muscle. When we can visualize what the muscle is doing, it's really going to help us create that mind-body connection. And the more you have the mind-body connection, the more you're going to have progress because you're all connected. We got 10 more seconds. We are so awesome. Whew. In 3, in 2, I'm going to do a kickstand again. I'm going to bend over into my hinge so I can get into my rows here. Yes, so much work on the back right now. It's so good. We are so strong. Keep the abdominals pulled in. We are amazing. Visualize that triangle shape of the lat. We got 10 more seconds. Yes. Then we have one more round in 5, 4, 3. Give it all you got. 2, and relax. Whew. So I believe if I'm reading this timer right, this is the first time I'm using the timer, we have one more work period. So we'll see what actually happens. Whew. 10 more seconds. Get ready. Ooh, this one's gonna be killer. In 4, 3, flat back, stand up with it. Woo! Oh my God. So good. 30 seconds. There we go. Really spread your sit bones apart. Sit back into your heels. Keep your shins nice and straight. From knee to ankle, that should be staying still. And just your hips and your thighs moving backward. Yes, we did it. Oh. Okay, so it looks like I did read the timer wrong. Hey, Lauren. So we're gonna do one more working period. And because this is just one more, if you do a single arm deadlift or a single arm row because you stayed with that, great. If you were like me and you switched it up, do a double side of whatever it is that you're gonna do, whether you're gonna do deadlifts or whether you're gonna do rows, or if you did end perfectly and you're ready for your opposite side. Whew. Here we go. 30 seconds. So easy. Remember, tell yourself it's easy. Pull your armpits back so that the dumbbells aren't hanging on you. Want to make sure you keep your shoulders engaged. We are amazing. 5 seconds. In 3, in 2, and 1. Oh my God. We did it. We did it. We are amazing. Okay. Woo! Wow, that was incredible. Okay, I hope you feel really good right now. Wow, okay. That was amazing. Let's talk about the deprivation to indulgence scale. Last workout, I talked about something that was more of the impractical, that was more on the spirit side of how the energy in your conscious and your subconscious mind is working. I don't know how far I took it. I think I took it into the unconscious also. So basically what body energetics is all about is hitting both ends of the spectrum, hitting the spirit side where we're really using our thoughts and our feelings and our body to conduct energy and create the reality that we want in our body and in our life. And then also on the practical physical side where we are doing habits to do our part in the physical presence of our spiritual experience that we're having here on the planet. So from the practical side, what I wanted to share with you is the deprivation to indulgence scale. And so many times, especially for women, when we're dealing with food, we indulge, but the only reason why we're indulging, like overindulgence to where like you are uncomfortable in your body because you ate so much. The reason why we're doing that is because we had too much time being deprived. And so we call this the boomerang effect. So if you think about how long you are depriving yourself, whether it's a day, a week, a month, a couple of months, whatever, however long you're depriving your food from either your favorite food and you're eating sufficiently, or you are not eating sufficiently, you're in a calorie deficit that's too deep and for too long, and or a combination of all of them. So however long we're deprived, we can bet that when we do let loose, that deprivation end of the scale is going to boomerang so hard into the indulgent side, and we're going to feel like crap. So it could be either overindulging in one meal, or the weekend, or a vacation, or even like years on end. Like how many people do you know go through these crazy weight losses and weight gains that span over the cusp of so many months? They're doing it a year yo-yo, not a week-to-week yo-yo. So when we have mindfulness practices where we can have in our brain tools, not even a tool, when we have in our brain a way to process our feelings in real time, then we're able to deal with emotional triggers, and we're also able to listen to our body more. So what I mean by having a thought in our mind is that if we think about this right now, the deprivation to indulgence scale, in your mind right now, you're painting a picture of what a scale looks like. So on one end of the scale, there's deprivation, and on the other end of the scale, it's indulgence. And what we want to master is staying in the middle where we're not deprived and we're always in satisfaction. Because if we're always in satisfaction, we won't get to an event, or we won't get to the end of the day, or we won't get to the weekend or the vacation and be like, oh my God, I've been waiting so long for all this food. I need to eat it all now. And then we overindulge, and then we're not feeling good, right? Because deprivation and indulgence don't feel good on our body. Both of them are stressful, but they're stressful in different ways. So if we can have this picture in our mind of the deprivation and indulgence scale, and we're always trying to navigate the middle, that's the mantra, navigating the middle. So that way you're eating a little bit of the food that you really love. You're eating food that is enjoyable to you, that is easy for you to integrate into your life, and it also helps you move the dial forward. So this is going to sound so crazy to me, or probably so crazy to you. And when I realized like it is what it is, I was like, okay, whatever, I'm going to enjoy it. So here it is. I really love pureed pumpkin. I really, really love pureed pumpkin. So I went to the grocery store today and I got Skyr yogurt because it has like 90 million probiotics or something in it. And it's low fat, high protein. It's so good for us. And then I added in protein powder, and then I put in a half can. So what, like 6 ounces of pureed pumpkin. And then I also put in Flavor God's pumpkin pie seasoning. So it was so good. And I even put in a teaspoon of trail mix. And I totally loved it. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, this is the most ridiculous children's food ever. Like, I felt like it was almost wrong for me to be eating because it wasn't typical. But I was like, I don't know what to tell yourself, Lauren. It's pumpkin, you're getting fiber, you're getting all these really great stuff for gut health. You're having your protein and probiotics, and you're getting extra protein in, and you're enjoying it. So and then like when I wanted to I was thinking to myself, I felt my body go to a habit of like getting something a little bit sweet, because I usually have something sweet after my savory meals, just a bite or two of something. And I felt my body going to the cupboard to go do that. And then I was like, but actually, like, I feel really good right now. That meal that I had was so satisfying. And so if we can master navigating the middle where we're always satisfied, we're not going to have like these big yo-yo extremes. And if you're thinking to yourself, like, well, that's not going to help me lose weight, it's probably not going to help you lose weight right now. But if you did go into a slight deficit where over time, if you were just trimming off 100 calories a day, a year from now with having an active lifestyle, you would probably lose 15 to 20 pounds by just taking off those 100 calories and by maintaining yourself in a sensation of being satisfied all the time. So that is the tip that I wanted to share with you. This is something that I'm going to be talking about also on Saturday, this Saturday, July 1st. It is the Power Moves Training and Workshop. So I'm going to be sharing with you tools that you're going to take away in that moment. The replay is going to be up on YouTube, but you just won't have that live coaching with me and the workshop stuff. So you're going to leave the workshop with tools on your device so that you can implement these things into your life. We're going to talk about your brain and how it functions and how it creates your body on the inside and the outside. We're going to talk about the most effective exercises for strengthening your body so you raise your metabolism, the best exercises for burning fat. We're also going to talk about attachment theory. And this is something that I don't know anybody else is talking about in the fitness space, but I'm going to teach you how to find your attachment style if you're anxious or avoidant, and then also how to see it on the wheel of life. Because when you can see your attachment style play out in other areas of life other than your body, you can work on your body faster because you see yourself more clearly. And it's just an incredible, invaluable tool, and I can't wait to share it with you. So to register for it, it's free. You want to check your spam because you're going to get all of the information in your emails. Go to bodyenergetics.com/power moves. Thank you everyone for being here. Tag me if you do this workout on the replay.